What do you get when you're between a rock and a hard place? The Insights Show is what you get. A vision born from the dirt is a vision worth more than diamonds. It's a vision for generations to enjoy. The Insights Show is a vision that has been in visionary and executive producer Dr. Carl's arsenal for many years. From conceptualization, development, and now, finally, the launch. The rock and the hard place was a pandemic and other external factors that have been shaping the diamond in the rough that you see here today. And since reality is virtual, now more than ever before, the Insights Show is redefining visual podcasting with 5 daily shows per week, hosted by exceptionally smart, witty, and diverse people from the motherland, South Africa, in a state-of-the-art studio. This is the Insights Show. The Insights Show.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Inside Show. Well, I'm so happy to be in your homes, in your company, office, wherever you find yourself. Thank you for tuning in. This is the Inside Show, and you are with Talk with Joan on a Thursday. Well, I'm so happy to be with you on your lunch hour. Yes, we're going to have fun today and we're going to enjoy one another's company. Well, beloved, with me today, I have two beautiful people who are my guests today, and their names are Sandy Edwards and Sonia Vorster, because you know that our topic today is all about friendship, and you know how important friends are, especially when you go through stuff and things are not so nice, and in joy and in sickness and whatever. You need a friend to hold and to lean on, right? So now, before we go into the topic on friendship, I want you to hit that subscriber button. Subscribe to the Inside Show if you didn't do it as yet. And another thing, don't you want to just tap on that notification button? You know, that bell that looks like a bell? Just hit on there, and then we will notify you when our shows are on. So I will be happy. So today we're going to just have a good time. We're going to chill. We're going to have an awesome time together. So all I want you to do is just relax, right? And comment. Please, I would love you to comment as we will discuss friendship today. And before we run into friendship, well, you will see that we all have something here, and this is a mirror. Can you see? This is a mirror, and we all have these mirrors with us today. So I want you, wherever you are, maybe you have a mirror, and I know, girlfriends, you walk with your mirror in your purse, and you walk with your mirror maybe in your bag. And if you are at home, well, I want you to go to the bathroom or go to your room, go and look into the mirror, because I want you to do an exercise with me a little bit, because I would like you to just play this thing along with me. And let us reflect a little bit on ourselves, right? You know, when you talk to Joan, that's the reflection, right? The image. So I want you to go to that mirror, and if you're in the mirror, just give yourself a big smile. And I want to ask you the question now. I'm going to ask my guest, I'm going to ask Sandy and Sonia to look into their mirrors as I am looking into mine. Wow, I look so beautiful. So I want you to look in the mirror, and I want to ask you a question. This is a serious time. This is a personal time, right? We're going to just do some sort of reflecting a little bit. Right? You with me? So all I want you to do is, as you look into that mirror, what is the image that is reflecting toward you? Who do you see in the mirror? What do you see in the mirror? So I'm going to ask my friends here with me today. I'm going to ask Sandy maybe to play the game with us, right? She's going to give you some sort of a hint. What do you see in your mirror, Sandy?
Well, Joan, thank you for having me today on Insights. I'm super excited to be here, my friend. It is indeed a wonderful day. Well, I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I must say, I'm a beautiful woman. Wow. Look at the smile. I see this broad smile, the deep dimples. I also see some freckles. Yeah, and I see some wrinkles as well.
And wrinkles talk about age.
Growing old gracefully, but the girl still got it. So, yes, and I see somebody that's reflecting the image of God. So, yes, my mirror speaks for itself. And I see a beautiful, competent, confident woman when I look into this mirror, my friend. Her.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, I don't know
awesome.
what you see.
I
but
wonder,
I think you
Sonia,
just need to look into it.
maybe Sonia can tell us, what do you see, Sons?
Okay. Thank you for being on Inside Shows today. Talk with Joan. I see my eyebrows is not so drawn nicely. I see a little bit of vulnerability.
It's not on flick.
Yeah, I see a vulnerability. I see now and then a bit of fear.
Oh, okay,
I see
yes.
a bit of fear now and then.
Yeah.
A bit of insecurities.
Okay.
Of am I really going to achieve that I said to myself. I see confidence woman. I see a real authentic me. You know?
Yes.
Authentic me. Despite my scars, despite my little wrinkles that also popping in now, my eyebrows not so nice. I'm seeing that real authentic self, Sonia Vorster. And yeah, I see some neck mousses. Ooh.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, so
that's
all
age
those
mousses, girlfriend.
things,
That's
all
age
those
mousses.
things, I'm telling you. This is
That
what I see
embrace.
today in my mirror. But at the end of the day, I'm so happy for what I see in the mirror.
Amen.
I'm so content with it, and I'm so at peace with it. Although those things are there, that is a little bit negative, a little bit positive, I'm still content with it.
Right, thank you so much,
for that
Sonia,
introduction.
and thank you so much. I wonder, I see someone who is online by the name of Candace. Thank you so much for playing with us, Candace and Lorraine. Thank you so much for tuning in, girlfriends. Well, Candace says, I see my eyes and how it sparkles and looks very hopeful. Oh, beautiful, man. Well, when I look into the mirror, girlfriend, you know the first thing I see? I just see this grays here in front. You see, all the grays. Yeah, no, that's growing with wisdom.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Definitely.
girlfriend. And I also see, you know what? I have a scar just here in the middle, and I can remember as a child because I was, you know, I was almost like a tomboy type of person. When I was little, used to play with guys, soccer and things like that, and I hurt myself. And you know what? This is the past. And sometimes when you look at yourself, you see this past that's reflecting, and many of us stuck there. We're stuck in the past because we don't make peace with what is reflecting back, the image reflecting back to us, you know. And many of us don't even want to look into the mirror because of pain and because of circumstances and because sometimes you feel a little bit down and you feel depressed and you don't even want to look into that mirror. But I have news for you, girlfriend. I want you today, the lesson of this mirror is actually for you to make peace.
To embrace yourself.
Embrace
Yes.
yourself, you
Yes.
know. Make peace with the person reflecting, the image reflecting
That's
back.
right.
Because if you look at that pimple that you wanted to pop when you were a teenager, and now it left some sort of a black spot, I want you to make peace with that, make peace with the mirror. And then as time goes on, you will actually see how the reflection change.
Oh, yes.
And that's what we want. We want the reflection to change. We want to make peace with who we are as people, as women, as men. We want to make peace with ourselves. Because if we make peace with ourselves, we will be better friends. We will be better people. We will be a better partner. And our relationships will be better because we will know who we are. Okay, so on that note, saying and talking about we will be better friends and we will be in a better relationship and so on. As I said earlier, I have my besties here in the studio. And we are about to speak on friendship. And I think a lot of you may ask now, Joan, why did you choose friendship, as your first show? Well, because I think it's so important that if you have a friend and sometimes things are not so nice, and especially here during COVID, we couldn't see each other, but yet we could connect via social media, you know what I'm saying? And so I have my friends here and I want to ask and pose a question to them. And to you, girlfriends, and I want you to please play along. Hit that comments, guys. I will really appreciate that. So I want to ask Sonia, on my right-hand side, I want to ask you, Sonia, why do you need a friend? What is the importance of having a friend? Because you know what? There are, if I may say, when I must define what is a friend is someone that coincides with your principles and provides you with wisdom, with honesty, with loyalty in order to make you a better person. So a friend must be honest, right? So if you're not honest with yourself, that's why you see with the mirror. If you're not honest with a person looking back at you, how will you be honest to your friend? And therefore, I want to ask the question, Sons, for you, why do you need a friend?
Thank you. So friendship to me is not just important, it is a necessity. I'm telling you, friendship is fruitfulness. You cannot be fruitful by yourself. So friendship to me is really fruitfulness. It adds value. It multiplies me. It improves me. It just brings out the things within inside of me that is lying in me that I was not aware of. There's some things that maybe throughout my past I suppress a little bit things in my life. Low self-esteem or insecurity, rejection, things that I struggle with. But when I connect with friends like yourself, I could overcome those things. So for me, that is the beautifulness of a friend and why I really have friends in my life, so that it can really push me to become the person also that God intended to be, because they filled in, they help me, they come along and we do some great stuff together. So that's for me the importance of having a friend.
That's awesome. Yes, and it's so important, because sometimes, like me, I have different friends, and I'm sure you all do.
Yes.
I have friends in church, and then I have friends like you guys, and then I have friends that is actually only acquaintances, and then I have friends that I used to be at school with. I don't really see them that often.
That's right.
But yes, we connect. So there are different types of friends.
Yes,
Am I right?
That's right.
So Sandy, what will you say?
For me, in terms of friendship, is that I just want to define what you said, is when people are brought together based on strong connections.
Yes.
That they share with one another. And when we were brought together, it was because of family, it
Yes.
was because of ministry,
Yes.
and there are personal interests that you share with one
Absolutely.
another as
Right.
friends.
Absolutely.
And I've discovered in order for you to have a friend, you need to be a friend.
Yes.
And life is tough today. And it's your friends that helps you through that transition of toughness. And you get different types. You get primarily relationships like husbands and wives and with children and stuff like that. But that should not be the only relationship that you have. You need to have a friend because there are certain things that you can discuss with a friend that you can probably not discuss or would not feel at liberty to discuss with your spouse or your husband.
Yes.
And that friendship just gives you that place of safety. And with us, I just want to say thank you to my wonderful friends. You have enhanced my life. You
Yes.
have added value to my life. I am a better person because of the friends that I
That's
have.
right.
Because they say, show me your friends and I will tell you who you are or know
Yeah.
who you
Yes.
are.
Yes.
And you guys have been friends in need and friends indeed. And I think friends is truly a gift from
Wow.
God.
Wow.
And how long do we know each other, Sandy?
Well, Joan,
Yes. See.
we're going to give away our age.
Yes, run it out here.
Well, but on that note, we know each other for over 30
over 30
years.
years, yeah.
And our friendship, our level of interaction started with ministry, and it also started, with family. And then personal interests.
Yes.
Because there's certain things that we enjoy doing when we hang out
Yes.
together. So we love doing shopping and stuff like that. We've got
Oh, yeah, that's
ministry,
one of our
etc.
hobbies. That's one of our hobbies.
So-
We love shopping.
So we just need the bank cards and the credit
Yes.
cards.
And I also have to go. I always be the one to go and change the clothes. Sonia, bring for me that to put that. So yeah.
Yeah, Sonia's outside the closet.
What
so
woman doesn't enjoy shopping? Don't we all
yeah,
love shopping?
we love shopping.
And sometimes it's just window shopping.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when we feel a little bit down.
Yeah, and it
that
cheers
actually
us
that brings us back to that spark.
That's
it brings
so right.
something that tinkle in our eyes. You know what I'm saying? So that is who we are. And I want to ask you, how long can you remain friends? How do you stick to a friend? Or can I put it another way? Can I ask you, how do you stay friends? How do you
Yes.
remain friends?
Friends, yes.
Or in the friendship,
Friendship.
per se?
Okay. I would say, like Sandy rightfully said, to keep the honesty, transparency, and for the friendships to bring, for me, it's like everybody must bring something to the table.
Yes.
To stick as friends. Friendship cannot come from one side. It doesn't matter how little you have. It doesn't matter you have much, I have little. Whatever we contribute to the table makes that friendship. And
Yes.
I think that is where people sometimes stuck. They feel in their friendship, I don't have the blings, I don't have the cars. I'm telling you, girlfriend, boyfriend, I'm driving my girlfriend's Mercedes because I don't have one. So
Absolutely.
I'm bringing something to the table. I make them laugh. I enjoy their fellowship. They enjoy me. So to stick together as friends, you must really have common goals also together.
Yes.
You must have clear and healthy boundaries.
Yes.
You must know also what my friends really makes them happy, what makes them upset, what certain things I'm saying in front of them. That is all kind of things that really will keep you together as friends. You need to take each other serious.
And also on that, Sons, don't you think it is, you have to actually understand one another.
Yes.
And also give one another that space and that time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
In the friendship.
Absolutely.
Without any offense.
Exactly.
And we have to be honest with one another. So if I actually tell you, Sonia, that doesn't look good on you, you won't take offense.
Exactly.
And that's how you stay in the relationship. Because we add value
Value
to
to
one
each
another.
And what I can add, Joan, is there mustn't be a controlling spirit over friends. I
Absolutely.
normally call it witchcraft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We cannot control each other. We cannot assume things for each other. We really have to have that conversations. And what I like about our friendship, we always have conversations.
Yeah, always.
We always have conversations.
And learn from one another.
Yeah, I can't say there was a day that I stood up from our table of friendship and I feel like, oh my God, what Joan have said now is really have said me.
Yeah.
We had so thoroughly good conversations that we all come together. At the end of the day, we had a common goal and a common understanding. And that's awesome to me.
Sandy, you always say to us, you define our friendship as, you always like to say, I'm the disciplinarian.
Sonia
Sonia.
carries the toy. She's a comedian.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I do define that. And I also think that in terms of making strong friendships is also that time that we make time for each other.
That's right.
Time is
Because
important.
any relationship needs nurturing.
Yes.
Any
Absolutely.
relationship
Yes.
needs caring.
Yes.
It's true.
So we make time
Yes,
intentionally.
very true.
You know, whether we have that once a week coffee or once in 2 weeks
That's
that we would
right.
have just hook up for coffee. And I think that's what I love is we stay connected as
Yes.
friends.
Yeah.
And even if we don't get to one another, you know, we will connect with one another.
Absolutely.
Whether it's that phone call.
Yes.
Because
That video calls,
Yes, or
yeah.
that video calls
Yes.
or that Zoom calls
Yeah.
or something that we just connect with one another and check up on one another.
yes.
How you doing?
Yes.
And that's how we can put our feelers out where you at.
Absolutely.
As friends, because that's how we know that, you know, I'm having an off day today. I miss my baby or something or whatever. And that's how we can inspire and lift one another and encourage one another. And with friends, we also keep each other accountable.
Yes, that's
in,
true.
In terms of, sorry, daai skirt is nou bietjie te kort,
Yeah.
sister, of daai,
Yeah.
of daai,
Yes,
but we
yes,
keep each other
yes.
accountable.
That's right.
As friends, and we look out for one another.
Yes.
We check out on one another, and that to me is amazing. I think we have an amazing supporting structure as friends because that's what our friendship is all
That's
about.
right.
And we
And
show
wouldn't you also say that trust is a big
yes.
factor in a relationship or in
yes,
a friendship?
yeah.
Absolutely.
You know,
Trust.
because without trust,
Absolutely.
what can you actually, how can you stay in the relationship if there's no trust?
Oh, yes. Oh,
you
yes.
know, and transparency.
Oh, yes.
You have to be transparent. You know, because most of the times or sometimes we feel that our children are maybe going through something.
Yes.
And if we are not transparent,
Yes.
you know, we cannot help each other.
That's true.
And trust also, Joan, to me is something that we've earned over the years.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because friends are there for you to confide.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that's we confide in one another. We ask each other to pray for one another as friends.
That's right.
And if I can't trust you
Yes.
as a friend, and
Absolutely.
you betray my trust, I'm not going to be at liberty to share with
Yes.
you again something.
Yes.
So I think that is very key. That's essential for us as friends, and that's what we have
Yes.
in our
Yeah.
friends, so whether it's our children
Yes.
or whatever.
And I think that's why we're so easy.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, yes. And I think that to me, you know, is amazing for us as friends that we share with one another in terms of the trust aspect.
Yes.
And also in if you can't trust one another, we're having trouble. There's gonna
Exactly.
be- there's gonna be
And
trouble.
that's why for me is with the trust, what I like about our friendship is we will never have around the table something and then Joan will say to me or Sense will say to me, don't tell somebody. We already have matured so much that whatever we
Oh,
talk
yes.
about, I know
stays there.
this is for the stable.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that is what
you
you said.
know, and you know that, you know, if it's here with Sandy and Joan,
It stays there.
it stays
Exactly.
there, but they will take it to the Lord
And
in
Exactly.
prayer.
Pray
So
about
I
it.
think it's so important also to have a friendship like that, you know,
Beautiful.
to have that trust in your friend, you know, and also to allow your friend to carry you when you can't carry yourself.
Absolutely.
You know, and that is through prayer.
And I think with us, what also makes it so nice is the fact that we can be real with one another.
Yes.
Yeah, you can lay your head, man. You can. We
There's
can
no
just be us.
pretense,
We
there's
can
no
just
Yes.
no pretense.
Yes.
No
And I think
pretense.
that to me
We
is
can
a-
just be. We can just be
Yes,
who we are.
yeah.
That
You know,
space.
And
Yeah.
I think I like that.
Yeah.
I like that
Yeah.
about our friendship.
Yeah.
We don't have to put on
A mask.
sit hy
Yeah.
façade nou
No.
aan. Or twang.
Yes.
Or do whatever. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So that is a type of thing. And also, you have to have effort. We have to put effort into the
Make it
friendship.
work.
Make it work.
Make it work,
Make it
girlfriend.
work.
Make it work.
It's very important for us to put effort in it. Because you see, if you don't put effort into a relationship, the relationship's going to die.
It's gonna die,
The
yeah.
friendship's going to die. So there have to be that kind of effort.
And not from one side,
sacrifice
from all sides.
And we
because,
show up.
Yeah, and because you must understand, sons, it can't just come from one person. I think a friendship and a relationship is twofold.
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh, yes.
It must be both streams. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't all the time phone you and check up on you. The friendship's going to die.
Oh, yes.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, you'll get tired and you will say, no, it just comes from me.
Yeah.
If I don't check on her, she will never check on me.
right.
So, no, I don't think it's going to work. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So it needs to be both sides. And then also, I think the best in our relationship that I like in our friendship is the confidence.
Yes.
Speaking from myself, I am so confident when I'm with these two girls. I can do whatever I want to do.
yes.
You know, it's just nice. And also to be with their partners.
yes, definitely.
With Sonia's husband.
We're comfortable.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable with being with their
Denver.
husbands.
And, you know, Sandy's comfortable being with... And I won't say, woo, I must watch Sandy.
Yes,
because
yes.
Nia.
Yes. And we don't have no
Ons is net-
jealousy.
Yeah.
We celebrate one another,
Yeah,
don't
no,
we?
we
We
do.
celebrate one another. We compliment each
And
other.
I think
There's
I
no
think that's so
jealousy.
lekker.
Yes.
That's so
It's
nice
a
about the
non-threatening.
relationship.
It's
Non-threatening.
non-threatening.
Yes,
Non-threatening.
absolutely.
And it's nice if we together and we laugh.
We know how to have
We
fun.
know how to have fun.
We know how to
Sense.
let our hair down.
Absolutely.
Yes, we do.
And it's so nice because it's not nice to be in that
Stuck up, man.
straight
Stuck
jacket. And you know what? I'll never forget this. One day we drove to Ennerdale. I don't know whether you girls can. We went to
Yes,
another colleague, another pastor's wife.
Yeah.
She actually lost her husband, and the three of us said, no, we must go to just encourage her and help her through this difficult time. And just somehow in the car while we're driving, Sandy started praying, and Sonia and I just fell in. We just had a nice time.
Wow.
Just praying on our way to our sister. And that is the kind of
Yes,
friendship
yes.
that you actually need. You know,
Yes.
you need to know
support.
a support
Yes.
structure.
Yes.
So I think it's so important for us to have that type of support.
That's
You
right.
know, I remember when Sandy's child passed on, the support structure. She needed me
Yes.
to be there.
Absolutely.
And
You know?
it was due because
Yeah.
I mean, when Joan's sister Minza had cancer, and
Absolutely.
they were in the States,
Yes.
and,
Yes.
you know, and Joan couldn't be there, and
Yes.
the family took turns to sleep by her sister. She asked me to sleep
Yes,
by her.
yes.
And in I mean, that was my turn that I could show kindness to her, just like she did to me when my child died. So we're so amazing, and I love that. I think there's some questions or something that someone asked. But that's the kind of friendship that we have. It's a two-way street. You know, it's two-sided. It's because today you can be down, and tomorrow somebody can just lift you up from being down.
Absolutely.
That's what we have. You have a pillar that you can lean on. You know that song says, "Lean on me when you're not strong." Yeah, and I'll be your friend to carry you.
Absolutely. You know, with the time with my sister's situation when we were in the States, and I'll never forget that. I always have that in my mind because Sandy was
I
was
took your
me
place.
there.
I took your place.
She took my
I
place.
took your place.
You know, and she took her to the hairdresser just the day before she passed on. And I couldn't be there. And that is what friendships
That's
are all
right.
about.
Absolutely.
So, girlfriends, I
Friends
have a
in need are
question here.
friends indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go over. I have a question here. How do you deal with disagreements between the three of you?
Do we ever have that?
Do we have that?
Do we have that? I can't remember of. I know if we are not agreeing on something. I remember Joan the other day with the whole saga about Katlego and his wife cheating.
Oh, yes.
We talk
Yes,
about
yes,
it.
yes, yes.
And
We had a conversation
I have
about
my
that.
views on it, and Joan bring a view, Sandy bring a view. But at the end of the day, it comes down to a common view
Yes,
and
yes.
we don't disagree to a point that we feel like, oh, you think you know better.
Yes.
Or no, Sonia, because you said so, you are like that. We we laugh it off at the end of the day and we say, okay, I understand what you say, Joan.
Yes.
So Joan said,
we
Sonia,
respect each other's
yes, for me,
perspectives.
we took that in consideration. We don't just disagree and leave it there and be nasty with each other and angry.
And I think that's
We don't have
maturity.
that, yeah.
That's
It speaks
maturity.
of
That's awesome.
That speaks about knowing each
Yes,
other. You know, over the
absolutely.
years, we got to know what you like and what
That's
you don't
right.
like, and how to approach one another.
Yes.
Because we must always remember that each person is an individual on their own, and you have your own mindset.
Yes.
You have to respect that.
Yes.
Because in a relationship and in a friendship, there's respect is vitally important. You know,
absolutely.
and I think in our relationship, there's maturity and
Absolutely.
respect. We respect each other's views and each other's point of opinions. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We really do. We respect
Yeah.
each other's opinion, and I think we disagree to agree at some stage
Yes.
with the other, and but we've never found ourselves
No.
in a situation
That
where we were like,
we're not speaking for 2 or 3 days, or I'm angry for Sandy. I'm angry. I don't know that.
No,
I
I
don't
also
know
don't know
that
that.
kind.
we check each other.
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
certain
Yes.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
We
And
do.
We do.
and it's a non-offensive.
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
Because we're so mature.
Yes.
Mature in the
Yes.
process. And also sometimes myself and Sandy will get together when I the two of us need to check each other on something.
Yes.
The two of us will discuss it.
Yes.
Right.
If it is myself and Sonia,
Yeah.
or Sonia and Sandy,
Yeah.
Yes.
the two of them will discuss
Yes.
it. And they will say, but Sonia, this was
Yes.
not right
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
Yes.
A, B, and
Yes,
C.
yes.
You know, it is important to have a friendship that is strong
Yes.
and mature.
Yes.
Authentic, and it's
Oh,
real and
authentic.
And it's real.
Authentic.
It's real.
Authentic.
Realness is very
Very
important.
important.
That's why I say transparency to me is key.
Yeah.
You have to be transparent with each other
Absolutely.
because you can't hide certain
And be
things.
honest.
No.
And
No.
be honest.
And
Be
honest,
honest. Because it's vitally important for us to understand that without transparency, without honesty, we will never
We
be
will
able
never
to
be
be
able to be
real.
real friends
To be
to each
real.
other.
You know? So I want to
Absolutely.
ask another question. What do you think is the signs of strong friendships?
I would say, like we have rightfully say, one of the signs of strong friendship is the way you portray yourself as friends. I mean, if we take our friendship, if somebody look at it, they would say, wow, that is really a friendship. The way we support each other, the way we celebrate each other,
Yes.
the way we compliment each other, like with this show, for me, it's like, this is for us, I'm getting excited. I don't be jealous and feel like, we can also have then a show, whatever. For me, it's like, this is us. This is, it's for us, for all of us. We're friends, so we celebrate it together.
yes.
So that is the kind of things we know how to stood up for each other. You know how to be there in time of hardship, in time of joyfulness, in every season.
Happiness,
You
yeah.
have to be there with your friends.
Yeah, you have
You cannot withdraw yourself if a friend go through a difficult time. If they have lost their house, if they have lost their cars,
Right.
they don't have the monies anymore. You have to be there in all seasons. And sometimes we find it. Some people just left you alone by your side.
Yeah,
and
they
I
leave
can
you.
thank God
Yeah.
that we don't have that kind. Our strongness of our relationship is really how we celebrate and enjoy and embrace each other.
Don't you
don't
think
take-
it's believing in each
In
other?
each other,
Yeah.
that's the thing. And I mean, Joan, this is one of the things in what I can say from you as my friend. You have believed in me up until a point that I couldn't believe it, I mean, look where I'm sitting now. I'm international. So that is kind of friendship. and that is what friends are. You said, Sonia, I want to see you out there. I want to see you make it. I want to see you love your vision, love your
we
purpose.
were together
I'm telling you.
on the Titty Jakes.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, the master class. We were
exactly.
together on that stage, international.
International.
We
So
even had a picture with.
don't play with us, girl.
with,
We are
Sarah
Sarah
Jakes.
Jakes. So
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
I'm
we're
telling
going to be booked in and fly out.
I think
What
one
will you add,
important
Sam?
thing also is that we should never take our friendship for granted.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes, and friendship truly is a gift from God, and we honor that confidentiality that we share.
Yes.
We honor the trust that we share, and I think it's all about laughter and having fun and being in that safe space.
Yes.
Yes, that we are all the time, and that is things that sort of like adds and build to our relationships and our friendships.
Right. Here's a question from Candace Sammy, who says, what advice do you give if you have been hurt so many times by friends? How do you start a new one without having your guards up? So what is the thing that when your trust is broken, that is it comes down to that. When trust is broken with a friend, and a friend really just spilled the beans, that
I'm going to say don't lock yourself out.
yeah.
And don't block yourself off. If somebody has disappointed you, also the world is wide, it's big. And when your trust is broken, unfortunately, yes, it takes a while for that trust to be restored. And some trust never gets restored.
Very
you
true.
know. But I want to say move on. Because there is somebody that has your interests at heart. There is somebody that is waiting for a friend like you to show up at some place, at some way, at some stage. Because everybody needs a friend.
That's
But
right.
don't block yourself
Self
out
out.
in such a way that you don't want to reach out. It's friendship is taking a risk, but you need to know what you want in a friend.
Absolutely.
And then from that, scout and see who can be your friend. It's not everybody that we allow in our circle. It's not everybody that we allow to associate with us. But when you make that connection, that's the thing that I was talking about earlier on. When you make that connection, you know this is a friend.
Okay, I would just add on there. I would say also take stock. What was wrong in your previous relationship, in your previous friendship? Maybe
can you better?
Yes, what can you
better?
better? Maybe you didn't set enough boundaries. Maybe because you expect maybe things from that friendship that you never communicate.
Stated,
Because
yes.
that is most time of the problems we occur.
Absolutely.
Because sometimes we expect things
Right,
from
yeah.
friends and
you
you have
never
never
communicated
communicated
it,
that.
yeah.
I have an expectation that Joan will buy me some shoes, and Joan have never said, Sonia, every Christmas I'm gonna buy you shoes. You're just my friend, but I've never gave you that expectation. And sometimes we missed it, and that's why friendship, you get in fights and disagreements because you are friends without setting clear boundaries, clear expectations, and then
So
you
you have to-
expect things.
you have to actually set boundaries,
Yes, you have to
and-
go back to the drawing board first before you go into a new relationship.
And
What-
communicate what do you
Exactly.
expect.
And
Exactly.
also sometimes
That
it
is
depends
important.
on the person.
Yes.
What do you bring to the friendship? Because friendship is a two-way
It's
stream.
two-way stream.
Absolutely.
Yes. So you could have offended the person or you could have done something.
Yes.
And then you have to evaluate and check where you
absolutely.
at in the relationship and what went sour or
Absolutely.
what went wrong.
And also give yourself time.
Give yourself
Yes.
time.
Yeah. Give time.
Yes.
Give time to heal.
Yes.
And then thereafter, when you know what your boundaries are, as Sonia said, and you know what type of a friend
you really want.
you really want,
Yeah.
then go for it, but never ever stay in the past,
No.
because you know what it is to be in the past. You will just hurt yourself, and then you will become so lonely that nobody will know what to do with you,
That's
and
right.
then bitterness creeps in.
Yes.
So and also there's another thing that let that people's needs guide you.
Yes.
Because sometimes my friend have a need,
Right.
right? And for me to really come in and gain that trust back, right? I will actually have to see, so what is the need? How can I win her trust
That's
again?
Right.
Yes.
Because you know what? girlfriends, it's very important to have friendships out there. It is very important for us. To tolerate one another
Exactly.
or to forgive one another.
one
You know,
another.
forgiveness goes a
You have
long
to walk
way.
in forgiveness.
We all have flaws.
That's right.
Nobody's
Guys,
perfect.
That's
there's
right.
nobody
Nobody's
perfect.
perfect. That's
So
right.
all we have to do is give ourselves some time,
That's right.
right, to heal, step back, look at the situation,
Yes.
analyze it,
Yes.
and see what went wrong here.
Absolutely.
You know, and how can I fix it?
Yes, absolutely.
You know, just take a glimpse a little bit. Because sometimes it is, as Sonia said, the friend didn't know that she have offended you.
Yes, absolutely.
But you actually said to yourself that I expected her to do A, B, and C.
Joan, isn't it there where honesty also comes in?
Absolutely.
Because if I'm honest to
Yeah.
Joan
Yeah.
and say that, you know,
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
appreciate,
That's
or what
right.
did you insinuate
That's
by
right.
this?
I agree with
or
you there.
something.
I agree with you
That's
there.
right.
You have to be honest with yourself
Self
first.
first.
Yes.
Absolutely. And that's why
Definitely.
it also comes in there where you have to, Joan, we talk about the trust factor, but I think many times people trust too much and they don't love. And as we take back to the Bible, Jesus said, love one another. So if you love one another as friends and their trust is broken maybe, because of the love that we have for each other, we can go back. And like Joan said, we can go back to the drawing board and we can fix that because that love for our friendship because the love is so it's so close to us that we rather gonna fix that thing that they've broken the trust, but we're not gonna lose our friendship. And that comes back on self-love first and love for each other.
And your friendship will be tested.
Absolutely.
My husband had the tendency to always say, everything good
Yes.
will be tested.
It will be
Yes,
tested.
absolutely.
Your friendship
You know,
will be tested.
so it will be tested.
Absolutely.
If
Because
I
there's
look
somebody
at
that will
us,
say
if I
something-
look at the two of us,
Yes.
our friendship was tested in
When
many
I went through a
occasions.
divorce.
When you went through a divorce, when a lot of things happened,
Yes.
there was the times when you were not so lucky, you didn't feel so good. Our friendship was tested.
Tested,
And come I tell you, girlfriend, sometimes people don't like you to be friends.
Yes.
So
And
they
people will say stuff.
they will
Yeah.
say stuff and it will get to your ears
Yes.
and you will feel,
But the
My
love
friend.
my
Oh.
friend or whatever.
but because there's honesty and
Yes.
communication,
And the
because
love for each
the
other.
love for each other stands high
Higher
above
than
all
anything.
things, I think and I know.
Yes.
That's why our friendship stands.
It
That's why
covers.
it lasts.
You know,
Yeah,
that's why it lasts.
Yes,
That's why it
absolutely.
lasts.
And-
Absolutely.
And also, I think to commit yourself to a friendship is very important. You know, if you say, well, this is the type of friendship that I love.
Yes.
You know, I can say, you really make you extend my lifespan.
Yeah. Oh, yes, definitely. Definitely.
Because friendship can do that.
We have fun.
We
Yes.
have like
We
I mean,
laugh.
without Sonia,
Yeah.
if I don't see Sonia for the whole week, I must phone her.
You don't feel so young anymore.
We have to connect
I have to connect because I want to laugh.
the energy. You need that energy in
I
your
need
life.
that energy.
Yes.
Oh, me personally, I need that energy.
The craziness.
I love that. I love that. And when there's something that is personal and something I need really someone to push,
Yeah.
I will phone Sandy. I'll
Yeah.
say, Sandy,
Great.
push with me.
Yes,
Push with me.
yes.
I'm going
And
through
we'll
this
fast,
thing
and we'll
and
pray,
we
and we'll
fast.
do stuff.
I will say to Sonia, Sons, this is a
Yes.
thing. You know, that's why we need friendship.
Yes,
so we
absolutely.
have to commit to each other
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get out
Yes.
what you really
The best
out of each other.
Absolutely.
The best out of each
And you
other.
have to choose at the levels that we interact with one another.
Absolutely.
Because
Yes.
we can take it on a spiritual level and we can take it right here.
Town. Synchro.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's something that Sonia says. That's not tongues, guys. That's just something that they say. right?
That's our own
synchro.
lingo.
Yes,
That's it.
yeah.
That's our own lingo,
Yes.
and we understand that
Yes,
lingo.
yes. When
Yeah.
the party gets groovy.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And there's another thing. How do we keep friendships? I'm sure we touched
covered
on
that.
that. We said we have to respect each other and have
yes,
boundaries.
yes.
We have to communicate mindfully. We have to be open to feedback. That's
That's
that
it.
thing I
Ooh,
want to get. We have to be open
Oh, yes.
to feedback. That's very important. So if Sandy tells me, Joan, I didn't like A, B, and C
Yeah.
in that conversation, I have to be open. I have to ask, why did I say something
Yes.
wrong? Because someone on the other side will always see,
But you don't see
from that side.
That's
You
right.
who is in it, you don't see
Yeah,
it.
that's
And
right.
sometimes, guys, in your anger, you can say anything in a,
Yes.
In a friendship.
being together with
Yes.
others. But if there's feedback from your friend, never take offense.
Never. Right.
She's just trying to help
Yes,
you.
absolutely.
Okay? And then also, keep them accountable.
Yes.
I can keep these too.
Yes. I also,
Oh, yes.
I'm
I
waiting
keep
on your
them
books. I
accountable.
always ask them,
Yeah.
when are you
yeah, she's pushing
finishing
us,
your
she's
books,
pushing us.
So
push
that
one
is
another.
keeping your friends
Yeah.
accountable. Not saying, oh, I hope she's not going to write it. I want them to write their books. I want them to have their books out there. So I keep
Yes.
them accountable. I check on them all the time. So this is what really, pushes me also because Joan will check on me. Sandy
Yeah,
will check
I
on.
will.
So, sis, you can do it. Sis, do it. Go for it. Go for that show. Go talk there, So that is awesome. And keep us accountable and say, sis, but you said you're going to do that. When are you going to do that? So,
And also when a friend is not in time,
exactly.
we keep each other accountable. We say, no, girlfriend,
Yes.
that's
This
not
is not
right.
on.
That's
Yeah.
not right. You have to change there.
And if we commit to one another, we follow through.
Yes.
I think that is what we
Absolutely.
do. We follow through.
Absolutely. And we are also particular in detail. I know, especially myself, even Joan. I mean, we communicate in detail.
Yes.
We don't speak in a language that we assume you're going to meet me at the stop and then I said you're going to actually meet me at McDonald's. We are very detail orientated.
Yeah, very.
And I think that is helping
That's
a lot
important.
in
It helps a
friendship.
lot.
It's a help with clear communication and
Right,
proper
yeah.
communication because you give detail through, okay? So that's
Right.
awesome.
Another question.
There's a last question here from Lorraine Stolz. She's asking, ladies, last question. Do you become friends with each other's outside friends, for instance? Lady S introduces you to someone and you then become close with that person. Do you have friendship boundaries?
Okay, I can't remember that someone introduced me to the both of you.
Well,
It
I
just-
can say we do become friends because
Yeah.
with the two of
Yeah.
us, Sandy was first friends with Sonia.
Yeah.
Am I right?
No,
I
no,
don't
no.
know.
I don't
really.
know.
Sonia,
No.
I only know for 10 years, just over
Yes.
10 years. You, I know over 30.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think where our friendship started was with the ministry aspect with
Yeah.
our husbands in terms of with them.
Yeah,
and then the
but
youth.
listen, she's asking
Okay.
if you introduce me, for instance, to
Sonia,
someone.
Yeah.
So does that? Yes, it does happen.
Yes, it does.
It
It
does
does
happen,
happen.
and there's
It
no
does happen.
and there's
It
no
does happen.
offense.
Yeah, but in our
right?
case, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember the first, like I always said, I visit Crystal Ministries from El Dorado Park days.
Yeah.
And we went there and we visit conferences, women conferences. But not one day that somebody took me by the hand and introduced me to Pastor Joni. I invite Pastor Joni to our conference. I host a conference at our church. And I invite you in 2008. And yeah, in 2008,
Wow.
I invited you and before the conference, I
As a
made
speaker?
Yes,
Yeah,
I,
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
made
yeah,
an
I
appointment
remember.
with
It
you.
was a women's
It was
conference.
you, Lady Hyman, and Pastor Sandy
All
on
three
that
of us.
conference.
All
All
three
three
of
of
us
you.
was at that
I
conference.
made an appointment with you, and I came and see you in your office, and we had conversation about just who. And from that day, it was just like
The
a flowing,
connection.
a flowing, a connection. And before that, I visited Saints before she started church, and
Yes.
Prophet George was there, and we were
Yes.
together.
Yes.
And there was a prophetic word that
Yeah.
said, we're going to connect somehow.
Wow.
And you see, so
Yes.
it all happens like that. It just flow from there automatically.
And there's always room for new friends.
They always.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and
They
to
are.
make the circle bigger.
Absolutely.
But you choose, like,
Yeah.
you know, Jesus had the 12, then he had the 3 or so. So you choose that inner circle,
Yes.
you know, that you have. But it does not mean that, you know, it's cast in stone and iron because
No.
it's just the 3. You allow other people
Exactly.
like you have Merle on
Yes,
the other end.
yes.
I have
Yes.
I
Yes.
have-
Listen,
Yeah.
I introduced
I have
you
Milani.
to Mo.
Yes,
You
yes.
know, and
Yes.
you know Mo
Yeah.
now. We were together on
Yeah.
Yes.
Friday, the
But it's
4
you-
of us. But
It's
I know.
levels that we interact with one
Yeah,
another.
It's never-
it's my personal
a
friend,
problem.
and I don't have a problem.
No, we don't.
I don't have a
also
problem
have,
in that.
I don't also have friends, and I will sometimes tell
Like
you about
Lady-
my friends and
Yeah.
introduce
Yeah, like
you.
Lady
I mean,
Estelle.
one my friend, Lady Estelle, you met Lady
Yeah.
Estelle through me. Mirail one day was at your
Mirail,
church.
yeah.
Things, friends like
People.
that, you know.
Yeah, and we friends.
But
we
it
friends,
doesn't.
We speak.
Yeah. We flow. There's no issue. So
And you don't feel insecure, you don't
Exactly.
feel jealous because each one has their place
exactly
in your life. And then there's the
So,
space
so we
taken,
hope we have answered that question to Lorraine.
Was there something?
Lorraine, I hope we've answered your question. So yeah, you see there's different types of friends. So there's close friends and there's acquaintances, as we said in the beginning. So yeah, I think we actually answered your question. Sometimes, you know, if you introduce a friend to a friend, right, that too can connect.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's true.
You know, and I think it's just maturity that says, you know what, they have something in
Common.
common, you know, and they connect, and that happens.
And it's respect.
It's respect, yeah. It's respect one another. It's respect one another, and I think we answered your question. Well, I'm so happy and I'm so glad that you guys are with us in this topic. I really love that.
Yes.
I think we have a few minutes left. 10 minutes left. So for 5 minutes, we're quickly just going to do a friendship that I really look up to. That is a friendship in the Bible. And that is the friendship between David and Jonathan. They had such a nice friendship, you know. So I know because Sandy will start off with that. And just tell us what stands out for you.
I think in terms of, I think I got about 3 or 5 points that I could bring up in that friendship or that relationship. But what I loved about the friendship of Jonathan and David is that the loyalty.
Absolutely.
He was so loyal.
He was
I
very
mean,
loyal.
He was seriously loyal to David. And that's what I loved about it. And what I also liked is that, you know, there are some friendships, and this is what I want to say, you know, there are some friendships that even supersedes sisters and brothers relationships, your blood brothers and sisters relationships. And I think when I look at the relationship that David had with Jonathan, in terms of the father, because remember,
Yeah, the father was after David.
the father was after
Yeah, to
David,
destroy him,
and
to kill him.
that Jonathan didn't even allow.
Yes.
And then what I also saw with that relationship, when you look at it, is that when you look at David and Jonathan, you know, Jonathan was Saul's son. He was rightfully the heir to the throne.
Absolutely.
But he didn't even allow his position
Yeah.
to come between them.
Yes.
And that to me.
But don't you think that is also the genuine love they had for one another?
Yes, yes.
They had immense love for one
yes,
another.
they did.
Absolutely.
They
You
did.
know, and that love was so deep that he actually
He
sacrificed.
sacrificed. Oh yes. And
You know,
friendships comes with sacrifice.
It comes with sacrifice.
You have to sacrifice. For your friend, you have to go that extra mile. You have to. It's not something that is that you can be selfish about. You know, it's a give and take. You got to have that with one another, because sometimes friendship, it's people put values on certain things when it comes to friendship, because they have these unrealistic expectations from a friend. But here it was a matter of, it was a give and take. You know, that
Yes.
it was a sacrificial friendship, and he wasn't jealous about
No.
David. He was
No.
like, I want
You
David.
see, if
He
you know who you
understood.
are,
Yes,
if
he
you
was
know,
confident.
yes,
friendship.
in
That's
yourself,
true. In yourself.
And
you
that-
will never be
oh,
jealous of
yes.
someone else.
Absolutely.
You know,
was so-
and I think that is important.
That's absolutely- that's
That's
so true.
vitally
Very much
important.
so.
That's
so
very
very
true.
much so, Joan.
And also, if you sign on for loyalty with a friend,
Yes.
stick to it.
That's right.
Stick to your guns.
Absolutely.
You know, and let the love cover,
Yes.
irrespective of what my friend
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
As you said
Absolutely.
earlier, let love cover that.
and solve it.
Yeah, solve the thing amongst each other, forget about it, and walk on further. And you will see how it lasts for years to come. We actually said, I don't know, but with me, I need Sonia in my life.
Oh, yes.
And
I need
do
you
that
too.
Yes.
I need you
Because
we need each other, yeah.
to survive.
I'm the eldest in this relationship,
Yeah.
right? In this friendship.
Oh,
But when it comes to certain things, the things that we love doing when we're together,
Yes.
dancing, playing music, well, our husbands love jazz music.
yes.
They just love it. And so when we get together, that's the vibe, you know. It's not now all the time prayer and
no, there's no serious. There's a time and a place
no, there's
for
a time and a
everything.
place for everything.
Yes.
So that is what we are doing. So what we're going to do now, we want you to join in with us. Remember our president said, hey guys, times are too serious lately, man. So let us just
Let's
have the
have fun.
vibe as we're going to close now. Please subscribe, hit that button, and don't forget, please, if you can just press that notification button that looks like a clock, right? I would really love you to subscribe to this channel. We will really appreciate it. You see, the more you're going to subscribe, the more programs you're going to get.
Yes.
Wow.
And
So
hit that
come on,
like
guys.
buttons.
Hit that buttons and let us know
Yes.
whether you love the show and so on and so on and so on. So before we're going to leave, please, guys, wherever you are, even if you are in your office, get your colleagues together. Because we're going to do a challenge.
Oh, yes.
And we're not perfect in this thing. This is just for
if we
the...
fall off our feet, it's okay.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's about
so
the fun.
we're gonna do what our president asked us
Yes.
to do when we were in lockdown, right? We're still in lockdown, but
Yeah.
but yeah. We're gonna do something lekker now.
Yes.
We're gonna do the Jerusalem.
Yes. Follow the leader.
And that is how we're gonna end off
Oh,
the
yes.
show. So bye. Don't go. Do the Jerusalem with us, and we will see you
Until
next
next
Thursday. Next Thursday, our show won't be at 12:30, but it will be at 9 a.m. next Thursday. So don't forget, subscribe, guys, subscribe. We're going to do the Jerusalem now.
you for tuning
Wherever
in.
you are, let us do that challenge. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank
We
you, thank
love
you, thank you.
Thank you. We love you. We love you.
Jerusalem, guys.
Woo! That was awesome.
Yeah, come we do it. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm in a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze dawo ayikholana